Okay, so I wanted to take you on a little tour through our Sakai site and our class blog, simply to help you with the travel blogs that you will be writing, because I want to make sure you can find everything. So here on our course Sakai site, actually I'll start it back at our home page. Here's our home page. When you look down the side here, it says travel blogging, and that's where you want to go, obviously, because we're talking about the blogs. And then at the top is information about the travel blog posts. The posts in total are worth 40% of your final grade, so that's a big chunk of your final grade. Of course, you're going to have to use proper writing conventions, grammar, spelling, punctuation, etc. As I said when we were talking about the blogs, when you were putting them together, you can use photos, videos, images, links to other documents or presentations, anything you want to do in them, okay? The required posts, so there's two types of posts that you're going to be doing. One are required and one type of post is elective. So the required posts are going to be specific topics and questions that I'm going to post and give you with specific due dates. And they can be accessed in two ways. You can find them under post topics and due dates, which is on our course blog. It's right here underneath. See, look. You just scroll down, it says post topics and due dates, and there will be a list of them. But also, while we're out, if you don't want to be getting on Sakai all the time, it's easy enough. You can go to our, there's a link right from here, but I'm going to show you. So here's our course blog, our class blog, and I added another little box called course information, and in it, it says post topics and due dates. So you can click on that, and it's going to take you to a Google Doc that I created that has the post topics and due dates on it. So it's really, really easy to get to it. In fact, I'm going to try to find a way to put the itinerary up as well, where only we can see it. So I'll probably just have to go in and use your email addresses so that way only certain people can actually access it, because I don't want strange people to be following us around. Okay, so that's where you can find the post topics and due dates. So to go back to it, if you take a look, okay, so it says, you will need to complete each post by the given due date. Be sure to title the post in a manner that makes it easily identifiable as the post for that topic. So since you're going to each have your own travel blog, it's not like you're going to be putting in assignments, so I need to be able to find it. So, and I mean, it can still be a creative title for your post, so long as I know that there's some way I can tell that's the post for that day that I'm asking for, all right? Each required post is worth 10 points. And there'll be many of them. How many? I'm not sure yet, but it's worth the grade. Like the grade book is weighted in the sense that it's going to be 30%. I believe it's 30% for your travel guide project, the e-guide you're creating. It's going to be 30% for your final paper, and then it's going to be 40% for your travel blogs. So, okay. Note the topics and questions for the post while traveling may not be posted until the morning of the day about which you'll be writing, because the post should be written in response to the experiences and not written ahead of time. So basically what I will do while we're out is the night before I will post what questions I want you to answer for that day. I mean, you'll have them before we start the day, so that way you have them in your head so you can start writing stuff down in your journal. Because if you'll remember, we talked about, how should you be writing if we're not taking our laptops with us, and I said, well, you might want to bring a paper journal to write things down. Another way you could do it if you don't want to carry around a paper journal or notebook or something like that is you could also record them on your phone, because most people have a memo, like an audio memo, and you could be doing that too. Anyway. So the topics will be posted before we start our adventure for the day. Then there are elective posts. So those are the required posts that you have to post on time. The elective posts are ones that you choose the topic and focus of the post. It can be anything you want regarding the trip, so long as they are course appropriate. Please review the blog policies. These posts are your chance to be creative and have some fun. So you can post as many of them as you want. I mean, I'm hoping you guys post a lot. But I'm only going to require a minimum of 5 elective posts. They will be graded as a whole, and they're going to be worth 25 points. So even if you put like 20 on there, your elective posts are still only going to be worth 25 points. What I'll probably do is I'll choose the best. Like if you post 20, I'll choose the best 5, and that's what I'll do the grade on for those 25 points, okay? If you only post 5, then obviously I will grade those 5. If there are 5 you actually want me to grade out of however many you post, then just let me know. These are the ones I want you to grade. So that's fine. You can let me know how you want me to do that, but I will be grading at least 5, or I'll be grading 5 of them, and it's going to be worth total 25 points. So those are the required and the elective posts. Now here's where you find the post topics and due dates. So it's pretty easy, right? This is the name, this is the topic, urban expectations. This is the due date, the 1st of December. So you might think, okay, when on the 1st of December is it due? By the end of the day. Okay, so by 11:59 p.m. is when they need to be there. It needs to be stamped that day. So long as it is there and the post date is not December 2nd or past, it's December 1st or earlier, then you're fine. So these are your pre-writing. So the first one is due December 1st. It says, when you think of urban settings, what do you picture them to be? Be specific. And then why do you think, why do you think that cities are that way? And what do you think New Orleans is like? What do you think it's going to be like? Why do you have those assumptions? Basically, I'm going to get you started. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to provide some feedback on these initial posts, especially the first one due on December 1st and the one due on December 7th. And I'm going to, so that way you have an idea of if you are doing what it is I'm expecting you to do. So the second one is course expectations. What do you think the course and the trip are going to be like? What do you hope to get out of it, etc. The next one, which is due on the 11th, so just a few days before we leave, is about preparation. So how are you preparing for your travels, which I think is going to be kind of a fun post because I know I'll be getting very excited. I'm already excited to go, but I mean by the 11th of December, I'm going to be super excited and packing my clothes and all those types of things. So how are you preparing to go on our travels and to take the course for all the things that we're going to be doing? So these are your initial post topics. Now, if you had looked at our blog recently, I also put this on here, and it says you will be reading a few excerpts from this book. So those I will be posting a little later today, and they are there to help you get a little better handle on what you should be writing, like how you should be writing some of your travel writing, especially when you are going to be describing things. If I say, okay, describe your experience, one of your most fun experiences from the day, that might be something I'm going to have you write about in one of your required posts. So how do you do that? How do you do that kind of writing? So I'm going to give you some excerpts from Dave Fox's book, and I say, okay, he is funny, he's easy to read, I find it very enjoyable and very user-friendly, so this should not be a chore. It should actually be pretty fun. At least I hope so. I've enjoyed reading it. If you have any questions about the posts, you need to let me know. I think it's pretty easy to figure out what we're doing. Like I said, you can reach it right here from our course information thing, and you can find them here. So again, this is the due date. This is the topic, and then I have questions, or under the preparation one, I have describe your preparations for the trip, and then I have a list of things to talk about. So just answer those things. You can go beyond what's on there, but make sure you at least discuss what's on there, okay? Make sure if you have any questions that you let me know. As we get closer to leaving, expect more of these video announcements. Some of them will be like this, where you'll be seeing a screen. Some of them will probably be just you'll be seeing my face and I'll be talking to you. But make sure that you're watching these and that you're keeping up with the class. I'll be talking to you soon.